Tell me about the time you washed your balls.
So I was there washing my balls, and I slipped. And I went to urgent here, and I had to get like 6 staples in my head.
Maybe one day we can get a technique video from you. So, as you know, this podcast is very distinguished. We are considered to be one of, if not the most distinguished, honorable podcasts ever, of all time. So today, you'll be telling us a story. Tell me about the time you washed your balls.
This isn't going to make for a very long story.
I don't care. I need everyone to hear about the story of you washing your balls.
Well, it came with some injuries, too.
I know.
Doing it, like, washing them pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it... Okay.
The hand movement does not help.
Okay, so...
Where's my Fresca? Oh. Sponsored. Actually, no, we're sponsored by Expedia. Sorry, continue.
No, we're not.
We're, not sponsored by Expedia.
We're not.
Go ahead.
Okay, so... I don't remember how old I was. Honestly, don't regret it, but... It
was a good time.
It was a good time. I was in the shower, and I had all these balls, and I needed to wash them. Sometimes it just... Oh, they're bouncy balls. I forgot to say that. Like the ones that you bounce.
Talk about how you acquired them. Like you went to a restaurant.
There was a restaurant. We'd go there on Sundays, and it was a Mexican restaurant. And then if you got Mazio's, everybody knows Mazio's. And there was one other one. I think it was 2 Mexican restaurants, and we would go to like one of those every Sunday, and they all had bouncy ball machines, like the little pinball ones, and I would do it every time, and I would use all the quarters, so I'd probably get like maybe 5 to 10 every time, because it was like my whole family, so I'd get all their quarters, right? And so anyway, I had them in this big, it was actually the Hall tree. It had a big drawer, and I would keep all of them in there.
Mm-hmm.
And only like the platinum like level ones, like the great ones, were in my room because I didn't really care about the other ones.
Yeah.
So naturally they get kind of dirty, just
sitting around collecting dust.
You know. And I had like at least probably like 200, 300.
I didn't know it was that many.
I had a lot.
You had a lot of balls.
I did have a lot of balls. I didn't have any like. The big ones didn't bounce as good, so I didn't keep the big balls.
Oh, you like the small balls?
I really love the small ones. Plus, they fit in my hand better, you know?
Yeah.
So I really like to hold on to them.
And it's easier to catch them, too?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
And so anyway, after a while, I was just like, you know, these balls
They're too dirty.
They need to wash them.
They're musty.
They are. They stunk, you know?
Yeah. Did they stink?
I don't really remember.
Or are you just making analogies for other things?
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
So anyway, got time that they just needed washed. So, you know, I got them all. I don't remember what I used to get them in there. I think I might have just done it by hand, you know.
Yeah.
And
you did it by hand.
Mm-hmm. So after I finally get all of them into the shower, and it was like my parents' shower, so it was one of the nice ones.
Yeah.
Where it's like a floor, and it just has this little lip on the edge, so it looks really cool, you know?
Yeah.
It looks like you could just walk, and there's no shower, actually. It's just a faucet.
Yeah.
So I put them all in there, and I turn the water on.
You put them in the shower?
I put them in the shower.
Okay.
Because I couldn't put them in the bathtub or they'd go down the drain.
Okay.
So I put them in the shower, turned the water on, and then, I mean, I kind of need a shower, too, so I got in there with them, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And
you were just going to shower with your balls.
I was showering with my balls.
Okay.
So I was there washing my balls, and I slipped on the balls because they're pretty much taking up the whole floor.
Yeah.
I slipped on the balls, and I hit my head on the little lip, and I started screaming and crying, and my parents thought like I died or something because I was screaming really, really loud because it hurt.
Yeah.
And I thought I got
You slipped on your balls.
I thought I got knocked out because, like, I hit my head.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I was dizzy. I don't really remember much, but I remember my mom was like screaming, and she was saying she was going to take me to the emergency room, and then my dad was like, he'll be fine, just wait a little bit.
Yeah. He's like, every boy slips on their balls.
Yeah, every boy gets hurt washing their balls, so. But I'm trying to think what happened. Oh, yeah, and so I was sitting there, and I had this towel over my head, and it just kept bleeding. So my mom was like, well, if you're not going to let me take him to the ER, then I'm going to take him to urgent care. And I went to urgent care, and I had to get like 6 staples in my head. So that wasn't very fun. But, I mean, everybody needs to wash their balls, so I don't regret it.
Yeah. You'd wash your balls again?
I would wash my balls again. Just maybe with a little bit more caution.
Maybe one day we can get a technique video from you on how to do it properly.
Maybe.
But that's the story of Tate washing his balls.